A lot of seniors there starting for Akron. And Cassie Chapin, Kiara Guy, Lindsey Christensen in the front court, Kaylee Traxler, and Janessa Ramey. As for the Bead Diggers, they will have a mix tonight. As we mentioned, they'll be paced by junior point guard Maddie Rule, along with a junior in the backcourt in Sydney Odell. Also starting for the Bead Diggers is Haley Unrein, another junior at 5'5". Kendall Elliott, a sophomore at 5'6". And it looks like the Bead Diggers are also going with Allie Keller, a 5'6" junior. I believe this is her first varsity game for the Bead Diggers. So a solid contingent of Lady Bead Diggers here starting against the Akron Rams, looking for their first victory over Akron since 2009. Akron has won the last 4 meetings. Opening tip tonight is brought to you by Buildings by Design. The experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. The Bead Diggers are dressed in their home whites. The head coach once again is Bill Nichols. And Akron dressed in their road blues. Oh, check that. Kaylin Hollander, the head coach. Okay, I looked at an old roster, but Kaylin Hollander, the head coach of the Lady Bead Diggers. I apologize for that. Kylie Randall, the head coach of the Akron Rams. And the opening tip is controlled by Brush. Here's Sydney Odell on the outside right with the basketball, well beyond the three-point line. Loses the ball, gets it right back. Pressured over there. Bounce pass back out to Keller. On the outside left to Rule. Left corner for Unrein. Straight away, here is Keller. 3 in the air. Is off the right side of the rim and no good. And Akron has the rebound. Grabbed strongly over there by Lindsey Christensen. She'll be grabbing a few boards tonight. Kiara Guy crosses the timeline. Met by Unrein at the top of the three-point circle. Now retreats to the timeline. Gets a pick from Christensen. Left of the lane in the left corner with a basketball is Kaylee Traxler. Over to Christensen. Left of the lane. Into the lane. She kicks it back out to Traxler. Left corner. Takes a dribble. Lobs it down low for Christensen. Double team. Kicks it back out to Chapin. And now resetting it will be Kiara Guy. 45 seconds into the game. Akron is yet to shoot. Here's a 10-footer off the glass. No good. And the ball is loose and the floor is still loose. It's picked up on 2 hops by Kiara Guy. Akron resets. Guy with the basketball, guarded by Odell. Dribbling off to the right side, gets a pick, lobs it in the right corner for Chapin. Chapin with the basketball, looks like she traveled, and she did. And that is the first turnover of the game. It's committed by Akron. Bead Diggers come the other way. Allie Keller at the controls. Keller near the top on the right side, feeds it to Unrein. Unrein swings it at the top for Rule. Maddie Rule, overhead pass on the outside right to Odell. Dribbles right baseline, cut off over there, back out to Rule. Rule right of the lane, kicks it right corner for Odell. She won't shoot. At the top, here is Keller. Swings it left side for Unrein. Chest pass, cross court to Rule. Up top, Keller. 16-footer in the air is well short. Rebound to Unrein, poked away. But it's taken here by Allie Keller. Baseball pass down low, and the shot is blocked by Christensen as it was taken by Kendall Elliott. Coming the other way are the Akron Rams. Here's Kiara Guy with a basketball. And then that pass is off the hands of Kaylee Traxler in the left corner, out of bounds, and Akron has turned it over twice. So here come the Bead Diggers the other way with Allie Keller. Neither team has scored. We played nearly 2 minutes. Keller on the high right, guarded by Chapin. On the left baseline, here is Elliott. Left to the lane, bounce pass back out to Unrein. Swings it near the top to Keller. Right side to Odell. Odell, right-handed dribble. Picks it up in the lane to Elliott. Little 12-footer off to the left. And the ball is loose. Knocked out of bounds by Unrein. Akron has possession of the ball. 5:52 to go, opening quarter. And there is no score. And the Bead Diggers will apply the backcourt pressure. Traxler to throw it in to Lindsey Christensen, who's got a block and a rebound already. To Traxler, pressured over there by Keller. Lobs it backcourt to Christensen. Still not across the timeline. Overhead pass to Guy in the front court. Lobs it in the right corner for Chapin. Chapin double team back out to Guy. Straight away, here's Christensen behind the three-point line. Dribbles at the top. Spins left of the lane. Nearly stripped by Rule. Now stripped and now nearly tied her up. Puts up a 10-footer. And that's off to the left. The rebound and putback is up and missed by Kaylee Traxler, but she's fouled. And she will go to the line. Sydney Odell commits the Bead Digger foul, the first of the game, the first of the season. And Kaylee Traxler to shoot a deuce for Akron. Boys game will start at 7 o'clock, or about 10 to 15 minutes after this game. The first free throw is a rainbow that's off to the left. Second free throw upcoming. Bank your financial needs with the Logan County Home Dome Bank since 1917. That's First National Bank in Fleming, member FDIC. Second free throw coming up for Kaylee Traxler, a senior. That's in the air, and that one is in. That's the first point of the game, 2 minutes and 33 seconds in. Allie Keller for Brush on the outside right, picked up by Chapin at the top. Swings it right side for Rule, puts up a right wing three-pointer. It's a brick, hit nothing but glass. And Lindsey Christensen grabs her second rebound unofficially. Into the front court off the outlet pass to Kiara Guy. Guy looking for a pick from Christensen. Lobs it inside, poked away, intended over there for Lindsey Christensen. Stolen away by Rule down low for Odell. Has the shot blocked, but she's fouled. And the foul committed by Kiara Guy. That's her first, and Akron has turned it over 3 times. And that's what happened the first game of the season, even though you got a bunch of seniors out there. And Sydney Odell to shoot 2. Odell just a junior for Brush. She bends, she shoots, and hits it off the back of the rim, and no good. Second free throw upcoming. Aurora Thomas, a big outside threat into the game for Maddie Rule for Coach Hollander. Second free throw is around and no good. And the rebound is controlled by Christensen. That's her third. Man, she's going to put up a big night here. Check that. Yep, no, Janessa Ramey had the other rebounds. Check that. Christensen has grabbed now her first. So it was Ramey with the other rebounds. I mistook uniform numbers. Ramey with a long three. That's off the glass. Hit nothing there. But the rebound is controlled by Chapin. They'll reset. At the top of the basketball is Kiara Guy. Looking to her right. Backing up right corner. Chapin. Three in the air. Is an air ball. Aurora Thomas with a Beat Digger rebound. Thomas into the front court on the outside right, picks up her dribble, lobs it at the top for Odell. 17-footer straight away is off the bottom of the rim. Kendall Elliott goes for the rebound into the hands of Thomas. Right corner, Keller. Her shot is no good, and the ball is poked out of bounds, and it is off of Akron. And the shooting so far has been a struggle. A mighty struggle here for both teams. Maddie Kerr into the game for Haley Unrein. The throw in is Keller. 4:16 to go in the opening quarter. 1-0 Akron. Baseball pass to Odell. In the left corner, here's Kerr. Inside the three-point line, the shot is up and no good. And there's a tie for a rebound between Ramey and Kerr. Possession arrow, Akron. And so Ramey with a couple of rebounds. Christensen's got one there. Kiara Guy with a couple for Akron. Lob to the backcourt to Ramey. Ramey keeps it in the backcourt to Traxler. She throws it away. It's picked off by Elliott. Back out to Thomas. Thomas gets a pick from Kerr. On the outside right to Keller. Dribbles right baseline. Cut off over there by Traxler. Down low, here's Elliott. Dribbles, fakes, shoots, misses. Hit nothing but glass. And the ball is rebounded by Kiara Guy. That's her third board. The outlet to Ramey. Ramey with the basketball. She's just going to hand it off to Guy. And neither team has scored a field goal yet. Just a one free throw by Kaylee Traxler. Here's Guy straight away, left of the lane, left corner for Traxler, fakes a three, lobs it to Ramey, takes a dribble, left baseline shot by Traxler is around and no good from 16, and the rebound is controlled strong side by Sydney Odell. Odell across the timeline for Brush against Chapin, dribbling to her right, picks up the dribble, bounce pass right baseline, poked away, errant pass intended for Elliott, and picked off by Kaylee Traxler. That's Brush's first turnover. Guy the other way, 3:10 to go in the opening quarter. Akron leads 1-0. Here's Guy on the outside right, lobs it down low for Ramey, dribbles, puts it up, and she misses, partially blocked over there by Kerr, and Kerr takes it away for the Bead Diggers. Kerr, chest pass, front court for Thomas, lost the ball and got it back. Thomas looking down low, feeds Elliott, takes a dribble, fakes, puts it up, blocked out of bounds by Ramey, her second block of the game. I mean, Ramey is strong, and she's tall. And she's going to be taken out of the game, which is going to help the Bead Diggers a little bit. However, into the game is Katie Arnold. Another player with a lot of height and a lot of length. Bead Diggers to throw it in. Here's Maddie Kerr, and Maddie Kerr traveled. As checking into the game for Brush was J.D. Gleason. So Jade Gleason into the game, and the Bead Diggers have committed their second turnover. We have 6 points, or 6 turnovers in just 1 point combined with 2:47 to go in the first. And at this pace, it's going to be a very, very ugly game. The shooting percentages from the field are both at 0. Brief timeout there called by the Akron Rams. And they will inbounds the basketball. The B-Diggers will apply the pressure. Last year, this was a 58-40 Akron victory. We're not going to get close to that. Here's the lob here near the baseline over to Guy into the front court with the basketball. Is Katie Arnold. Back out to Guy. She'll set up the offense. Arnold into the lane. Little 10-foot runner. Yes. Guy has the first field goal of the game. Akron 3, Brush nothing. 2:25 to go in the opening quarter. Kerr just across the timeline. Dribbles to her right into the lane. All the way off the glass. Too strong. Kerr going for the rebound, and she's fouled. She went right back up. And Maddie Kerr with a strong move after grabbing the rebound. Katie Arnold commits the foul. And Maddie Kerr to the stripe. The senior bends, shoots, and misses off the back of the rim. Into the game for the B-Diggers as well. Amber Wooliver. They're just looking for offense from anybody at this point. Second free throw is well off to the right and deep. And the rebound controlled by Christensen. That's her second. Here come the Rams the other way. The B-Diggers are 0 out of 4 from the line, and they've got a donut on the scoreboard, but trail by only 3. In the right corner, Chapin with the basketball, dribbling to her left, jump pass to Ramey. Down low for Christensen, bodies up, banks and scores. Over Maddie Rule, Lindsey Christensen gives the Rams a 5-0 lead. Kerr the other way, 1:55 to go in the opening quarter. Kerr crossover dribble against Chapin, swings it left side, over to Wooliver. Wooliver to her right, bounce pass, Thomas straight away, fakes the 3, into the lane, all the way, lays it up and in! Off the glass for Aurora Thomas. The B-Diggers needed over 6 minutes to score their first points of the season. 5-2 Akron, 1:37 to go. Guy dribbles by 2 in the lane, all the way, shot blocked out of bounds by Maddie Rule. A terrific defensive play by the junior. And the Rams will have the basketball. Traxler to throw it in the front court. With 94 seconds to go in the opening quarter, Traxler looking down low. Lobs it left corner for Ramey. Backs up for a 3, and it's in and out. And Maddie Kerr grabs her third rebound. That could be the sign of a big night. Kerr across the timeline, swings it left side, bounce past to Rule. Lobs it down low, and scooping it up and having the shot blocked is Gleason. I mean, she really had no shot there to make that, and Guy comes away with the basketball as Ramey poked it away for her third block. Yeah, you got to put a fake or some type of move. You just can't go straight up against a player that good. Guy right of the lane, lobs it inside for Christensen. She banks and scores. Wide open to the left of the basket, Lindsey Christensen. And the Rams lead 7-2, a minute to go. Here in the opening quarter from Brush. Maddie Kerr swings it right side. Over to check that, Thomas straight away to Rule. Back to Thomas, looking down low for Gleason. Backs up for a 3 and got nothing but air. And the ball's out of bounds as Kerr tries to save it in. And the Rams will have the basketball with 47.7 seconds to go in the first. And Janessa Ramey, who took a brief rest, got back in the game, is out again. Kiara Guy lobs it in the backcourt to Traxler. Traxler crosses the timeline. Picked up by Kerr. Lobs it near the top to Guy. Guy with 37 seconds to go. Puts up a 15-footer right sides off the back of the rim. Christensen going for the rebound there. It should be a tie-up between Christensen and Gleason. Possession arrow Brush. So the B-Diggers have the basketball with 32.5 seconds to go in the first, trailing 7-2. And here comes Thomas the other way for the B-Diggers. Thomas met by Chapin at the top. Swings it right side to Rule. Maddie Rule looking down low. There's a lot of traffic in there. Kerr for a 3. It's off the back of the rim. She had a wide open look. The rebound is controlled by Katie Arnold. Nice job on the board by the Rams so far. And on the boards, Guy with 9 seconds to go into the lane. She's fouled by Kerr. No double dribble. I thought the ball was poked away. Nice defensive play by Maddie Kerr. 5th turnover by Akron. B-Diggers will have one shot here with 8.9 seconds to go. Here is Kerr across the timeline. Maddie Kerr crossover dribble, left wing. Maddie Rule, 2 seconds to go. Lobs it straight away. Kerr 3 in the air. Is off the front of the rim and in! Maddie Kerr at the buzzer. And despite a very rough first quarter, the Beat Diggers trail the Akron Rams by only a 7-5 score, a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Brush High School in the opening game of this doubleheader. Akron girls lead Brush 7-5 as we head to the second quarter. Neither team obviously shot the ball very well, and the turnovers were up there for Akron. They had 5 to Brush's 2. It'll be Sydney Odell, Maddie Rule, Aurora Thomas, along with Allie Keller and Kendall Elliott to begin the second quarter for Brush. Janessa Ramey, Lindsey Christensen, Cassie Chapin, Kiara Guy, and the inbounds passer Kaylee Traxler for the Rams. Here comes Traxler into the front court for Akron, met by Odell at the top. To her left, gets a pick from Ramey, swings it left corner for Traxler, guarded over there by Thomas, down low for Ramey, back out to Traxler, lobs it down low for Ramey, and we've got a pushing violation. I believe Kendall Elliott committed the Beat Digger foul. It would only be the second team foul on Brush. And to throw it in will be Traxler to the right of the basket in the front court. Traxler looking down low, swings it on the outside left for Guy. Left to the free throw line for Ramey. Single team by Elliott, 15-footer short. And the ball is loose on the floor, still loose, and it's picked up by Guy. That's already your 5th rebound. However, we had a whistle. And the foul was on Cassie Chapin. So no rebound there for Guy. The Beat Diggers have the basketball. Looking for the equalizer or the lead with a 3. Keller across the timeline for Brush. Picked up at the top by Chapin. Left corner for Rule. Back at the top for Odell, through her hands, but she chases it down, dribbles by a defender, swings it right side for Thomas. Right corner, Keller. Her shot is up and off the back of the rim inside the three-point line. Rebound number 3 for Lindsey Christensen. And there is the outlet to Kiara Guy. Guy for Akron. We're starting off the second quarter like the first, where neither team can really score. In the right corner, Chapin, guarded by Keller, swings it back out to Ramey. Left side, here is Kaylee Traxler. Lobs it down low for Chapin. Ball knocked away beautifully by Allie Keller, taken away by Sydney Odell. That is turnover number 6 for Akron. Odell lobs it in the right corner for Thomas, bodied up by Traxler. Looking down low, swings it back out to Keller. Keller maintains the dribble against Chapin. Right side over to Aurora Thomas. Thomas with a left-handed dribble back out to Rule. On the left side, here is Sydney Odell with a right-handed dribble against Cassie Chapin. Right of the lane, it's Elliott back out to Maddie Rule. The Beat Diggers being very patient on offense. Allie Keller left of the lane, left baseline, spins. Going to have to back it out of the baseball pass to Thomas. Thomas at the free throw line, right wing to Odell, fakes, dribbles right baseline, pulls up, 10-footer, yes! Sydney Odell scores, and the Beat Diggers have tied the game at 7. 6:15 to go before the break. Traxler lobs it backcourt to Ramey, swings it front court to Guy. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Guy inside to Christensen, banks and misses. Might have been partially blocked. Rule with a rebound, and she's fouled. Let's see. The foul was committed by Christensen after she missed a very makeable shot. So now the Beat Diggers are looking for the lead with 6 minutes to go, second quarter, deadlocked at 7. Allie Keller for Brush. Bounce pass at the free throw line for Rule. Right wing to Odell. Backs up, long shot is off the back of the rim on the three-point line. The rebound to Kiara Guy, and officially that's her 5th. Guy for Akron. Across the timeline, getting instructions from head coach Randall to swing it around. Left corner for Traxler. Lobs it left of the lane for Ramey. Swings it back out to Christensen. Lindsey Christensen right side to Cassie Chapin. Chapin with the basketball, directing traffic. In the right corner with the basketball, Guy. Lob down low for Ramey. She muscles, she banks, and she misses. Rebound to Ramey. She goes back up and scores off the glass for Janessa Ramey. That's her first bucket of the game to go along with 3 rebounds and 3 blocks. 9-7 Akron. 5:15 to go before the break. Bounce pass left of the free throw line for Rule. Back out Thomas. Wide open 3 is off the back of the rim. And the ball is loose, and Maddie Rule grabs it. Then she banks, and she misses, but she's fouled. Hacked in the act. And Maddie Rule to the stripe. Foul was committed by Lindsey Christensen. Well, that's her second in about a minute. Maddie Kerr and Molly Link about to check in for Brush. And the Maddie Rule free throws off the right side of the rim. The Beat Diggers have been atrocious here in the first half. From the line, 0 out of 5. Second free throw for the junior. That is up, and that's in. The Bay Diggers trail by a point at 9-8 with 5:02 to go in the opening half. Maddie Rule checks out with Kerr coming in along with Link. Ramey in the backcourt. Bay Diggers apply the pressure. Over to Kiara Guy. Double teamed over there. Has got to swing it back out across the timeline and does. Dribbles by Kerr. It's a 3-on-2. Lobs it down low. Christensen. She puts it up and misses off the bottom of the rim, but she is fouled. And that's what happens when you beat the press. Allie Keller commits her first foul. Yeah, you beat the press, you're almost always going to get some sort of good look. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance as the free throws in and out. Has locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Second free throw coming up is the Rams are 1 out of 3 from the stripe, and this free throw's up, and that is bricked. No good off the back of the rim. Molly Link grabs a strong rebound. The senior outlets the basketball to Keller. Keller on the high right gets a pick from Link. Maintains the dribble, though, on the right side. Bounce pass way out there to Haley Unrein. Left corner for Link. Dribbles by a defender underneath the basket. She's trapped. Kicks it back out on 2 bounces to Kerr. Kerr in the lane. Swings it left baseline. Here's the Unrein shot. It's no good from 15 feet away. The rebound to Keller. And we've got the ball knocked out of bounds by Kerr in the backcourt as she was applying the pressure. And now we have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Hollander. It's brought to you by State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. As Akron is in the lead at 9-8. But these teams have got to pick up the offense. It's been less of a sloppy game, I should say, in the second quarter. The Rams had 5 turnovers in the first, only 1 so far here in the second. The Bay Diggers have just 3 turnovers total in the game. We'll reset the lineup. Kerr, Unrein, Link, Jade Gleason, who came in, and Allie Keller. It's Janessa Ramey, Kaylee Traxler, Kiara Guy, Lindsey Christensen, and Cassie Chapin for the Rams. They inbound the basketball to Ramey. Ramey, front court pass to Kiara Guy. This is a 3-on-3 situation as the Bay Diggers catch up. Picks up the dribble, lobs it, cross-court tracks her. Wide open 15-foot rainbow is in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Keller. That's her second. Keller dribbles by a defender into the front court. Now she backs up, now into the lane. Jump pass back out to Gleason. Left wing to Unrein. Unrein swings it back out to Jade Gleason. Gleason at the top against Chapin. Right side pass to Kerr. Long shot is up and off the back of the rim from 3. And Kiara Guy with a strong side rebounder, 6th. 3:52 to go, second quarter. Akron 9, Brush 8. Guy across the timeline gets a pick from Christensen. Right corner for Chapin. Dribbles to her left, swings it right to the free throw line for Ramey. At the free throw line, tracks her 15-footer. Swish. The Rams lead by 3, 11-8. Kerr with 3.5 to go before halftime. On the right side to Keller. Keller dribbles to her left, bounce pass to Link behind the three-point line. She'll take it, she'll miss it at the bottom of the glass, but then she banks and scores. They didn't block her out. Molly Link followed her miss and scored. And the Bay Diggers to within 1 again, 11-10. That's very unusual. You take a 3, and that same player who misses grabs the rebound on one hop and has the lane to herself. But that's what happened on that play, and Brush to within 1. Janessa Ramey with 3:03 to go. Right side to Chapin, back out to Guy. In the left corner, here's Traxler, picked up over there by Kerr. Dribbles to her right, lobs down low for Ramey. She hooks a pass to Christensen, who scores off the glass. The Bay Diggers thought she was going to put up a hook shot. Instead, it was an assist, and Lindsey Christensen was wide open. She's got 6. The lead is 3. 13-10 Akron, 2:43 to go. Molly Link, back out straight away. Here's Maddie Kerr. Swings it right side to Gleason. Left-handed dribble, picks it up, puts up a 15-footer off the back of the rim. And Kiara Guy's been incredible on the boards. That's number 7 unofficially. Guy into the front court, swings it, chest pass, left corner, tracks her, fakes the 3, dribbles to her right, back out to Guy, into the lane to Ramey, single team by Gleason, now picked up also by Allie Keller, puts up a brick and scores. I don't know how she scored there. 12 feet straight away. She actually threw it overhead like a soccer pass, and it still went in. Off the glass, it's 15-10. Akron on a mini 4-0 run. 2:08 remaining, second quarter. Bounce pass, left baseline. Keller all the way, scoops it up, partially blocked by Ramey. Ramey comes away with the basketball, her 4th board, under 2 minutes to go. The Rams have their biggest lead, a timeout called by Coach Randall. We'll take a break. 1:58 to go, second quarter in the first of two. The Akron girls lead Brush 15-10 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Akron basketball leading 15-10 into the front court. Chapin with the basketball. Bounce pass down low in the lane for Katie Arnold. Back out to Chapin. Swings it to Guy. Straight away to Ramey. Right foot on the free throw line. Now a long shot from three is missed by Guy. And a strong rebound by Molly Link. That's her third. There's the outlet to Maddie Rule. Lob to Kendall Elliott. She fakes, but she's picked up over there by a couple of Rams. Bounce pass back out to Odell, straight away to Link. Link right side to Rule, right baseline Odell. 10-footer is very short. In fact, it got nothing but air. And Kiara Guy with a basketball again. That's unofficially her 8th board. 1:18 to go, second quarter. Akron 15, Brush 10. Guy straight away, right of the lane, in the lane. The runner's up off the back of the rim and no good, and the ball is loose and picked up by Odell in the corner. That's her second board. Odell, long pass to Elliott, through her hands, and it's headed out of bounds, and it is out of bounds. And Brush with their 4th turnover of the game. The Bead Diggers had 5 points in the opening quarter and have 5 in this quarter. Aurora Thomas checking back in. Brush desperately needs offense. The defense has been good enough. Ramey in the backcourt. Ramey's tough to guard. She stands at 6'1". Into the front court. Here's Arnold. Lobs it back out to Guy. 52 seconds to go before halftime. Guy guarded by Unrein. Left to the lane. Lobs it near the left corner for Traxler. Dribbling to her right. Lobs it inside for Ramey. She dribbles at the ball. Stripped away beautifully by Molly Link and taken away by the Bead Diggers and Maddie Rule. Turnover number 7 for Akron. Rule overhead pass straight away for Link. Link left wing to Odell. Fakes a three. Dribbles to her right. Straight away Rule has the wide open three and she pulled the string. It's short. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Odell as she went for it off the hop. And Akron has possession with 26 seconds to go. It's a nice closeout on that three. Rule was open briefly, so it was slightly contested. Now the Rams to throw it in. Let's see if they'll settle for the final shot of the opening half. Kiara Guy picked up by Odell at midcourt. Bodied her up pretty nicely. Lobs it left corner for Traxler. 14 seconds to go. Against Rule, looking down low. Bead Diggers cut off that lane to Arnold. 9 seconds to go. Chapin on the right side with 7. Chapin dribbles to her right with 5. At the top for Ramey with 3. She backs up. The shot is off the back of the rim, and the ball is picked up by Arnold. That's it. That is the end of the opening half. With the score, Akron 15 and the Bead Diggers 10. It's time for a 3-minute break in the first of 2 from Brush on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's set the lineups as we go to the second half here. The Akron girls lead Brush by a score of 15-10 in the regular season opener for both teams, with Lindsey Christensen leading the way for the Rams with 6 points. And they do start all seniors, so they've got a level of experience here that the Bead Diggers cannot completely match, but Brush has some strength as well. Let's see if the Bead Diggers go with the same starting 5 for Coach Hollander to begin the second half, as the teams will break the huddle here momentarily. Yeah, if I had to guess, I mean, neither team shot even 20% in the first half. I mean, no way, because Akron came through with a total of 7 field goals. So, well, they didn't take 35 shots. Akron would definitely shoot over. They probably shot in the 30% range, so let me not completely exaggerate. But the Bead Diggers had just 4 field goals. It'll be Maddie Rule, Allie Keller, Haley Unrein, Sydney Odell, and Kendall Elliott, the same starting 5 for the Bead Diggers. The 5 seniors for Akron: Cassie Chapin, Kiara Guy, Kaylee Trexler, Lindsey Christensen, and Janessa Ramey. Bead Diggers with a basketball. Keller on the outside right to Odell. Odell picked up by Chapin, left-handed dribble. Bounce pass over to Unrein, 10-footer left baseline. It got nothing but glass, but taken by Kendall Elliott. Trapped underneath the basket, has to dribble out of it, then throws it away into the Bead Digger bench. Turnover number 5 for Brush. The Beat Diggers apply the backcourt press. Well, it's the press or the pressure, whichever way I want to say it. It's not a press. Ramey into the front court with the basketball. Over to Guy. Guy had 8 rebounds in the opening half. Guy against Odell. Dribbles to her right near the right corner for Cassie Chapin. Swings it back out to Christensen. On the left wing to Traxler. Guarded over there by Unrein. Right side to Ramey. 12-footer. Right wing is off the back of the rim. The rebound on one bounce into the hands of Kendall Elliott of Brush. On the outlet to Odell. Swings it left side. Over to Keller. Keller left to the lane. All the way scoops it up and in! Janessa Ramey did not go for the block, and Allie Keller scores for the first time in the game. Brush to within 3 at 15-12. Here comes Trexler for Akron, spinning into the front court. Back out to Guy. Guy with the basketball. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Akron 15, Brush 12. Odell guarding Guy. Gets a pick. Swings it left corner for Traxler. Traxler back out to Christensen. Christensen right side here is Cassie Chapin. Left to the free throw line for Ramey. Ramey looking down low against Elliott. Back out. Here's Trexler. 15-footer is off the back of the rim. And the ball is grabbed on one hop by Elliott. Her third rebound here of the second half. Maddie Rule down low for Elliott. Banks, and she misses. Took a quick shot, and Christensen has the rebound. Fouled in the backcourt by Elliott. Christensen with board number 4. I don't think she thought she was that open, because it was a point-blank layup, and she missed it. Molly Link is into the game for Kendall Elliott, who's got 2 fouls. And here come the Rams with the Beat Diggers applying the press in the backcourt. Traxler bodied up by Rule. Back out to Guy. Lobs it to Ramey, still in the backcourt. Ramey can take 2 dribbles and cross the midcourt line and does. Right side to Chapin, well behind the three-point line. Lobs it down low for Christensen. Bodied up by Keller. She banks, misses, and she's fouled. That was a strong move by the senior Christensen as Keller commits her second foul. And Lindsey Christensen to the stripe to shoot a deuce. Christensen scored 6 points in the opening half, and the free throw is up, and that is around and good off the rim and off the glass. She's got 7. Akron 16, Brush 12. Second free throw coming up for Christensen. That's in the air, and that is short. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by Kiara Guy, Beat Digger basketball. Let's see if Brush can put a dent on the scoreboard. With the ball is Keller. Swings it on the outside right to Odell. Odell inside to Unright. She puts up a little 5-footer and misses. And Janessa Ramey with the rebound. Ramey grabs her 5th rebound. The outlet to Guy. 5:53 to go, third quarter. 16-12 Akron. Left-handed dribble Chapin at the top for Ramey. Ramey behind the three-point line. Here's Traxler. Traxler against Unrein. At the top for Ramey. Backs up for a 3, and it's no good off the glass and off the rim. Allie Keller grabs the long rebound for Brusher, third. Keller over to Link. Link left to the lane. Little pull-up is off the back of the rim from about 5 feet away. Ball knocked out of bounds by Christensen. Beat Diggers retain possession. Here come Wooliver and Thomas in there for Keller and Haley Unrein. Maddie Rule signals into play. Rule in the front court to the left of the basket. Looking down low, is going to have to lob it in the lane to Link. Little 10-footer is short. Pulled the string, and the rebound to Cassie Chapin. She was wide open but didn't get any elevation on that shot. The Rams come away with the ball with 5:21 to go, third quarter. Akron 16, Brush 12. Here is Kiara Guy, stripped away by Odell, but she retrieves the basketball near the Akron bench. Guy at the top against Odell. Swings it on the right side over to Chapin. Chapin, left-handed dribble. Free throw line to Ramey off the chest pass. In the left corner is Guy. Won't take that 3. Odell right there. With a right-handed dribble at the top for Ramey. Fakes the 3. Dribbles to her left. Left of the free throw line. Left corner for Guy. And she will slow down this Akron offense. Near that right corner, ball was thrown away, intended over there for Christensen. A sloppy and errant pass. It goes out of bounds, and the Rams have their first turnover here in the second half. They've got 8 in the game. Odell on the outside left to Rule. This might be the first of 30 tonight. At the free throw line, Link, 16-footer, yes. Just behind that free throw line, Molly Link scores. She's got 4. Beat Diggers nearly come up with a steal. Ramey in the backcourt, front court pass to Guy. 16-14 Akron, 4.5 to go, third quarter in Brush. Straight away, Guy looking for a pick from Ramey. Crossover dribble, dribbles by Odell, left corner pass to Traxler. Back out towards Christensen, stolen by Maddie Rule, and then Rule had it stripped away, but taken to the backcourt by Aurora Thomas. Thomas lobs it inside, poked away by Ramey, out of bounds, intended for Wooliver. Bead Diggers retain possession. Off the Akron miscue, their 9th turnover. Now the Bead Diggers can tie the game. Delana Tatolini checks in for the first time, a newcomer for the Bead Diggers. In the right corner to Wooliver. Wooliver now to Thomas, and her 3 in the corner. We got a whistle to foul away for the ball off the pass from Odell. And apparently trying to fight through a screen was Kaylee Traxler. That'll be her first foul. Akron with their first foul of the third quarter. The Bead Diggers have 2. Thomas to throw it in. Towards that right corner, poked out of bounds by Traxler, intended over there for Wooliver. Again, calling out the same play as Coach Hollander. And this time Wooliver to throw it in from the corner to the right of the Bead Digger bench. On the outside right with the basketball is Thomas. Back out towards Odell. Odell against Chapin. Now to Thomas. Swings it right baseline. The shot by Wooliver is good. Amber Wooliver scores from about 10 feet away, and the Bead Diggers have tied the game at 16. We got 3:52 to go here in the third quarter. Into the front court is Janessa Ramey. Janessa Ramey stripped by Odell. Odell, the basketball, dives in the front court. Ball is still loose, and there's going to be a tie up there, and possession arrow is pointing in Akron's direction. Guy got a little bit sloppy with the basketball, and Odell around the basketball along with 2 other Rams. She had enough strength, and along with another Bead Digger, to stay right there and call that a jump ball. Akron basketball, Guy on the outside right of the lane. Swings a jump pass. Ramey, 15-footer, is short. Rebound Christensen, banks, and she misses. And Sydney Odell has the rebound, and she's fouled. With 3:24 to go in the third. Kiara Guy commits her second foul. Sydney Odell to throw it in with light backcourt pressure being applied. Thomas into the front court. Thomas right at the free throw line, swings it right side over to Tatolini. Then she threw it away, intended for Wooliver, and stolen away by Traxler. Got to throw a bounce pass there. That was way too easy and telegraphed for the defender. Approaching the 3-minute mark, still tied at 16. Lob in the right corner for Chapin, dribbles to her left, swings it at the top for Traxler. Left baseline, Guy wide open, 10-footer is in and out. And the strong side rebound is controlled there by Aurora Thomas. Thomas with the basketball, long pass to Odell. She lays it up and in! Off the pass from Thomas, Odell scores. And the Bead Diggers now lead 18-16. That's their first lead of the night. And Odell now with 4 in the game. Ramey front court, 2:37 to go in the third. Chapin right baseline. Lob to Ramey in the lane. She's fouled from behind by Wooliver. That's her first. And the Rams to throw it in. The Bead Diggers have a couple of team fouls. I thought they had 2 already, but it still says 2 up there. And the Bead Diggers substitute 5 for 5. Elliott, Kerr, Rule, Keller, and, well, Thomas was in there, so it's 4 for 4. Down low for Christensen. Banks, muscles, misses. Christensen gets the rebound, partially blocked. Ball is still loose, and it's picked up over there. Down low, Christensen banks and scores as it was picked up by Arnold. Christensen now with 9 in the game, deadlocked at 18. Well, that was some strong rebounding there. And Maddie Kerr scores in the lane, and she's fouled. The other way, she made a nifty move. And Maddie Kerr, I believe, nope. Okay, she didn't score apparently. I thought they gave her 1. All right, it's going to be a couple of free throws here. Free throw by Kerr is good as she went up for a shot. Yeah, I didn't get the who committed the foul for Akron, but the Bead Diggers now lead 19-18. It's not on the board, though. There you go. Second free throw is in. Yeah, you put your head down for a second, keeping the stats, and that's what happens. 20-18 Brush. 2:13 to go in the third. Kerr nearly committed a foul in the backcourt against Traxler. Guy, front court pass taken by Chapin. Chapin near the right baseline. Has to kick it back out. Nearly traveled. Bead Diggers want to travel. And now we've got a timeout called. A full timeout called by the Rams. 2:05 remaining third quarter. As the Lady Bead Diggers have overtaken Akron. It's 20-18 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Akron has the ball, trailing Brush 20-18 with 2:05 to go, third quarter. Kaylee Traxler to throw it in for the Rams. Bee Diggers trail by 5 at the break. Right of the lane, here's Kiara Guy back out to Chapin. Ball through her hands. She retrieves it, though. Back to Guy and fouled by Allie Keller. She's just way too close to her, and that's not a good foul. 40 feet away from the basket. That's her third foul, 14 for Brush. Akron has 3. And now the inbounds pass taken by Guy. Sydney Odell getting ready to check back in after she was taken out briefly. On the left baseline, Traxler takes a dribble, picked up by Kerr. Lob down low for Christensen in the lane, scoops it up and misses. Got nothing but glass. Maddie Rule has the rebound, then she's fouled. That'll be the 14th foul against Akron. And Lindsey Christensen commits her third. So that's a huge foul committed by a key player. Christensen is now out in favor of Janessa Ramey. And normally those two are on the floor at the same time. Here comes Maddie Rule the other way for Brush. Maddie Rule lobs it at the free throw line for Elliott. Dribbles to her right. Elliott trapped over there. Bounce pass to Kerr. Takes a long three. Good for Maddie Kerr with a triple. And the Bee Diggers down by 5 at the break. Now lead by 5. Here's a steal by Rule, and she's fouled. Maddie Rule is fouled off the steal, and she will go to the stripe. And all of a sudden, the Bee Diggers are picking it up. Kaylee Traxler commits the foul. Akron with their 10th turnover. And the free throw is in and out. Brush still struggling at the line. Although Maddie Kerr did make a couple of free throws here. Nonetheless, they're 3 out of 9 from the line. Second free throw by Maddie Rule is off to the right. And the rebound is controlled by Arnold. So the Bee Diggers shooting 30% from the charity stripe. Into the front court is Hollander. Back out to Guy. Minute 15 to go in the third. Bee Diggers lead by 5. Here's Guy left of the lane. Near the left corner for Traxler. Traxler to her right. Lobs it back out to Arnold. Straight away here is Cassie Chapin. Bodied up by Thomas. Picks up her dribble. And Thomas strips the ball away. Thomas ahead of the field. Thomas all the way lays it up. And in off the glass. Aurora Thomas scores. And the Bee Diggers are on a big run right now. They lead by 7, 48 seconds to go in the third. Here's Traxler into the front court on the outside left of the lane towards the corner. Closed off there by Rule. Lob down low for Arnold. Dribbles, banks, and scores. She was left wide open. Nobody picked her up. That stops the run by the Bee Diggers. It's 25-20. 32 seconds remaining, third quarter. On the outside left, Thomas with the basketball. Straight away, Odell 3. And that's going to hit the bottom of the net and go out of bounds. Here is Amber Wooliver for Brush. And Maddie Kerr is out of the game. In the backcourt, the Bee Diggers apply the pressure. Guy over to Ramey. Ramey crosses the timeline. Chest pass, cross court to Chapin on the right wing. 15 seconds to go. Dribbles right baseline. Bounce pass inside. Poked away. Loose on the floor. Maddie Rule tries to pick it up. Taken by Arnold instead. And she banks and misses. And she's fouled. Yeah, it just landed perfectly in her hands. And the Brush foul was committed by Kendall Elliott. That's her third. Katie Arnold to shoot 2 with 9.4 seconds remaining. Here in quarter number 3. Free throw is up and off to the left. Molly Link checks in for Brush. Second free throw upcoming. And that is up and in. 25-21. Odell crossing midcourt. 5 seconds to go at the free throw line with 4. Bounce pass right corner for Link. Dribbles to her left with 1. Got to put up a shot. Does at the buzzer and it misses off the back of the rim. Nice move as she slithered into the lane, but missed it off the back of the rim from a couple of feet away. That's the end of 3. With the score, Brush 25, Akron 21 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Lady Bee Diggers have the ball to begin the fourth, leading Akron 25-21. Amber Wooliver with the basketball at the top for Sydney Odell. Out there with Allie Keller, Haley Unrein, and Maddie Rule. Odell on the outside right to Keller. Dribbles right baseline. Cut off by Traxler. Out there with Ramey, Christensen, Chapin, and Guy. Bounce pass right baseline. Keller dribbles to her left. Puts up a runner. It's going to be well short. And Lindsey Christensen has the basketball and then tied up. Possession arrow Akron. Since the Beat Diggers just had the ball to begin the fourth quarter. And Molly Link, who played very well in the third, is in for Amber Wooliver. And to throw it into the backcourt is going to be Traxler over to Ramey. Beat Diggers with a press. Here is Traxler back to Ramey. In the front court to Guy. Guy with the basketball at the top of the three-point circle. Left baseline Traxler. Wide open 15-footer is off the back of the rim. Nice rebound by Maddie Rule. That's her fourth. Long pass to Link. Link pulls up from 5 and she threw up an air ball. Janessa Ramey grabs the basketball for Akron. Still trailing Brush 25-21. Nearly 1 minute into the fourth in Brush. Left of the lane, Guy, left corner for Traxler, lobs it left of the lane for Ramey, dribbles against Link, pulls up, shoots, off the back of the rim from 5, no good, rebound, Christensen banks and misses, and then tied up with Christensen is Maddie Rule for the rebound, possession arrow, Brush. Kiara Guy had 8 rebounds in the first half, she's a point guard, none in the second half, now Christensen has caught up with 8 rebounds. Kendall Elliott into the game for Molly Link, so lots of substitutions early in the fourth here for head coach Hollander. And here come the Beat Diggers the other way. Keller on the outside right to Unrein. Unrein at the top for Odell. Swings it left corner. Keller, 3, up, in and out. Lindsey Christensen grabs her 9th rebound for Akron. Guy the other way. Across the timeline, guarded by Odell. Swings it right corner for Chapin. Lob pass, knocked away by Rule, headed out of bounds. Saved by Christensen. Banks misses a foul. Lindsey Christensen to the line. She is so strong down low, the Beat Diggers might have to put 2 players on her. Kendall Elliott commits her 4th foul, and that will summon Molly Link back into the game. We'll have a Beat Digger player of the game a little bit later on. Free throw is short. Stop, shop, and save. Your one-stop shop. They've got it all at the Brush Grocery Cart. Longtime sponsor of Brush Beat Digger Sports. Groceries, fresh cut meat, deli items, floral, pharmacy, Western Union, public service payments, 24-hour gas, and that one's off the right side of the rim, not even straight. And Maddie Rule grabs her 5th rebound. And then the Beat Diggers throw it away in the front court, intended for Keller, picked off by Christensen. Only the 7th turnover for Brush. 25-21 remains the score. Chapin backs up, doesn't take the 3, lobs it towards the inside, stolen by Rule. Maddie Rule all the way, has it stripped out of bounds by Chapin. Oh, did they call the foul? They did. The foul is called apparently against Chapin, and Maddie Rule to the line, but she's got to make at least 1. Because Maddie Rule has made just 1 out of 4 free throws. And this free throw's up, and it rattles in. The Beat Digger lead is 5, 26-21. Second free throw upcoming for the junior. She bends, she shoots, and she scores. Brush with a 6-point lead. They led by as many as 7. Timeout by the Beat Diggers brought to you by State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush at 842-4555. Let's take it with them as well. We'll take a 30-second break. 6:04 to go in the game. The Beat Diggers lead by 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back in Brush, where the Lady Beat Diggers trail by 5 at halftime. Took a 7-point lead. It's down to 6, though. So they're still up here on Akron. They have not defeated Akron in 7 years. It was December 1st of 2009. They've got a big shot tonight. 6 minutes to go in the game. Ramey for Akron in the backcourt. Hands it off to Guy. Guy with the basketball against Odell. Dribbles to her right. In the right corner here is Traxler. Back out to Ramey. In the right corner, Traxler looking down low for Christensen. Left-handed dribble back out to Ramey. And we've got an offensive foul on Akron. Lindsey Christensen has committed her 4th foul. That is a turnover as well. The 12th for the Rams. The Beat Diggers have 7 turnovers. And now Brush can grab their biggest lead. with the basketball is Maddie Rule. Rule gets a pick, dribbles to her right at the free throw line. Right corner, Odell fakes the three. Odell's trapped over there. Over to Rule. Here is Thomas, straight away three. It hits nothing but glass, and Lindsey Christensen grabs the rebound. That's her 10th board unofficially. Guy for Akron, 5:18 to go in the game. Guy in the right corner for Traxler, dribbles to her left, guarded by Thomas. Thomas commits the foul, and that's not a good one because now that puts them in the penalty. First foul on Thomas. We'll have a 1-and-1 situation. Akron has not scored yet in this quarter. The Bead Diggers only have a bucket, or actually 2 free throws from Maddie Rule. Traxler for 2 free throws, and the first is up and in and out, or 1 free throw. That was the 1-and-1. Rebound to Rule. Overhead pass is taken away over there by Sydney Odell. And Maddie Rule's done an excellent job on the boards here in the second half. Sydney Odell, right side to Kerr. She'll take the three, and that's going to miss by a mile off to the right. Christensen grabs rebound number 11 on the outlet to Guy. 4:53 to go in the game. Left corner Traxler dribbles against Kerr. Cuts her off nicely. Over to Ramey. Backs up for a three, and it's off the bottom of the rim. The rebound on one hop to Allie Keller, her 4th. Keller, long pass to Link. Lays it up and in off the glass. Beautiful look from Keller to Link. And Brush leads by 8, 29-21. Ramey going to hand it off to Kiara Guy. 4.5 to go in the game. Guy left of the lane, bodied up by Odell. The ball knocked away by Odell, and Kerr has it. And I think Kerr might have been fouled in the back quarter. Was it a tie-up with Kaylee Trexler? Let's see what the call is. But, well, I think it's a tie-up because possession arrow staying with Akron, or is pointing towards Akron's side. Kendall Elliott in for Maddie Rule. If the Beadiggers can hold on, it wouldn't be a pretty win. It would be defensively, but offensively they've got things to work on, but that's expected early on in the season. Guy dribbling towards the top against Sydney Odell. Gets a pick from Christensen on the right wing. Picks up the dribble near the right corner for Chapin. Knocked out of bounds by Keller. And Akron retains possession. And to throw it in will be Chapin. Or check that, it'll be Traxler to Kiara Guy. Guy against Odell. Sydney's got to watch out, man. She's bodying her up big time. No whistle. Ramey straight away at the free throw line. Spins in the lane. Hooks it up. Misses, but she's fouled. Strong move there with the left hand by Janessa Ramey. And Kendall Elliott is fouled out. So let's see who the Bead Diggers employ into the game. Elliott did not score tonight, and she grabbed 4 rebounds. Coach Hollander has 30 seconds to make a change here. It will be Maddie Rule. So it's Rule, Link, Keller, Odell, and Kerr for Brush. Akron is still looking for their first point of the fourth quarter. They're 0 out of 3 for the line. The free throw by Ramey is in the air and in. Brush 29, Akron 22. Second free throw upcoming. She bends, she shoots, and she connects. It got rim, it got glass, it went in. The Bead Digger lead down to 6, 29-23. And then a cross-court pass by Keller, stolen away by Guy, knocked away by Odell, and then Odell has the basketball for Brush. Odell into the front court, picked up by Chapin. Well, that's a nice recovery there by the junior Sydney Odell. Odell on the right side, straight away to Rule. On the left wing, Kerr, bounce pass down low for Link. Link takes a dribble, hooks it up, and it's blocked there by Ramey. Yeah, you got to fake her out a little bit. She went straight up against a 6'1 player, and it was stuffed right back. Ramey straight away against Kiara Guy, or with Kiara Guy, I should say, straight away. Guy with the basketball. Lobs it for Ramey into the lane. Ball is poked away. Stolen by Odell. Odell to Maddie Rule all the way. Lays it up and in! Another turnover for Akron results in a Bead Digger basket. Maddie Rule with 5, 4 in the second half of the Bead Diggers up by 8. 31-23, 30-second timeout. And with 3:19 to go, there's some discussion over there whether that's a 30 or a full. We'll keep it right here nonetheless. It'll be hard to name a player of the game here because a lot of Bead Diggers are stepping up here in the second half. They scored just 10 points in the opening 16 minutes. And now in less than 13 minutes of basketball, They've got 21 points. And some of that has been in transition. And now Jade Gleason will step on the court for Brush with Kerr, Odell, Keller, and Maddie Rule. It'll be Akron basketball with a 31-23 Brush lead. Well, the Bee Diggers didn't need the full timeout. I guess it was a full timeout because Akron's still in the huddle. I think the Bee Diggers are going to back off the pressure a bit now. Yeah, it appears that's going to be the case. They will back off and allow Akron to bring it up the court, which will obviously chew up some time unless the Bee Diggers are going to make an adjustment right now. Oh, yeah, they are. Well, let's see. They started walking towards the Akron backcourt. No, they'll back off. They'll pick up at midcourt. Here's Kiara Guy, picked up at midcourt by Sydney Odell. Guy looking for a pick from Ramey. Dribbles left of the lane in the corner for Traxler. Traxler back out to Christensen. Lobs it down low for Ramey against Gleason. She hooks, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. The ball's knocked out of bounds off the knee of Traxler. Brush basketball. And the Bee Diggers are in no hurry to get off a shot with an 8-point lead. Rule over to Keller. Left baseline. Here's Maddie Kerr's shot up and good. Maddie Kerr from about 12 feet away scores. And the Bee Diggers now lead by double digits, 33-23. Brush now in control. Kerr has 7 points in the half, and the entry pass is stolen by Maddie Rule. Here's Kerr the other way, 3-on-1. Bounce pass off the foot, though, of Jade Gleason out of bounds. Yeah, she probably should have thrown that maybe a step earlier just to allow more spacing. And it got tight there, 2.5 to go. Brush by 10. This will be Brush's first victory over Akron in 7 years, and unless the Rams can pull something off here. Pass on the outlet is poked out of bounds by Maddie Rule, intended for Christensen. Akron has just 8 points in the entire second half. Traxler to throw it in over to Guy. Guy straight away against Odell. Lobs it in the lane to Ramey. Ramey is triple teamed and then muscled up, and a foul right there. That'll be a 1-and-1. 19 foul against the Bee Diggers. Foul committed by Gleason. You know, and that's smart at this point. Wow. Akron calls another timeout. That's a 30, though. Yeah, because if you can't hit a shot from anywhere on the floor, you might as well double or triple team the big player there, the tall player at 6'1", and not allow her the easy route to the bucket. And that's what Brush is doing right there with a 10-point lead. Their biggest of the game at 33-23 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. And a 1-and-1 for Janessa Ramey. Ramey has 6 points in the game. The Bee Diggers have done a much better job of free throw shooting in the second half. 1 out of 6 in the first 16 minutes, 4 out of 6 since then. That's the 19th foul, so the next foul by Brush will give Akron the double bonus. Ramey to the stripe. The senior spins the ball, shoots, and misses off the back of the rim. Maddie Kerr has the rebound for the Bee Diggers. And then the ball is nearly stolen and stripped, but there's a tie-up in the backcourt by Ramey as Kerr got a little bit careless, but the possession arrow is pointing in Brush's direction. Yeah, if you're Brush here, it's just going to be a wide-open shot. Up by 10. Keller jump pass over to Rule. Rule right wing to Thomas. Thomas overhead pass to Odell. Odell on the left wing, bounce pass straight away to Maddie Rule. Then she threw a terrible pass, intercepted in the backcourt by Traxler. One of very few mistakes she's made here. Long three is good in the left corner by Traxler. And another, how many timeouts does Akron have? About 10? Wow, they take another timeout, minute 43 to go in the game. It's a 7-point game, 33-26. It's a 30-second timeout. It just seems like they've taken a lot. I'm sure they're not over the total, so to speak. So 33-26. The Bay Diggers will have the basketball, but the 10-point lead is down to 7. It'll be Kiara Guy, Lindsey Christensen, Cassie Chapin, Janessa Ramey, and Kaylee Traxler. They've stuck with those 5 throughout the course of the game. The Bay Diggers have a lot more depth with Maddie Kerr, Allie Keller, Sydney Odell, Maddie Rule, and Aurora Thomas. Keller across the timeline. Now she's double teamed. Got to get rid of it. Does towards Kerr. Looked like she was fouled. No whistle. Kerr left of the lane. Back out to Thomas. Thomas dribbles left of the lane. Over to Keller. Right baseline pass to Odell. 15-footer off the back of the rim. But Keller has the rebound. Just back it up. Instead she shoots and misses badly. Off to the right, and Janessa Ramey grabs the rebound. She had a decent look, but you don't need to score. You're up by 7. Tracks from the left corner, minute 13 to go. Lobs it left of the lane for Ramey. Ramey now backs up for a long 3, and that's around and no good. And Maddie Kerr had the rebound but could not control it. It's out of bounds. Akron retains possession. A minute 7 remaining in the game. Okay, I thought another timeout was going to be called. I almost saw a 30-second signal. Traxler lobs it in. Left corner, Ramey, wide open 3. Off the back of the rim, rebound to Guy. She dribbles and then has the shot blocked by Kerr in the lane, and then Kerr picks up the basketball with a long pass to Thomas all the way, lays it up. Oh, she missed an easy one. She threw up a brick. Rule has it, though. Rule's going to have to back it out or do something with the basketball. She's tied up instead. Possession arrow Akron. And Aurora Thomas missed a layup by a mile, and she was by herself. I don't know how she missed that. I mean, she bricked it off the backboard. But again, it's early in the season. You're going to see stuff like this that you're not going to see in about a month. 38 seconds to go. Ramey, long 3 is an air ball. It's out of bounds, and Akron shooting tonight has been awful. As bad as Brush has been, they have missed so many shots. But this is a talented Akron team. They'll have to recover from this one. The Bay Diggers, with 31 seconds to go, are probably going to get fouled right here. And then Keller threw it into the crowd. Maddie Kerr was just breaking towards the basket. She didn't see it. Turnover for Brush. The Bay Diggers have 5 of their 11 turnovers in the fourth quarter. And let's take a 1-minute break. 29.4 seconds to go. Brush 33, Akron 26 on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com. Janessa Ramey has just banked in a 3 after the ball was fumbled around, and the Rams, who trail by 10, are now down by 4. But there's only 13.6 seconds to go. Another timeout, another full timeout called by Akron. Well, the game went along swiftly in the first half, but now that it's getting tighter and Ramey has finally hit her first 3, she's got 9 in the game. There is one player in the game on either side in double figures, and that is Maddie Kerr, who's got 10 for Brush to go along with 4 rebounds. So this game is not over yet, but Akron is down 2 possessions. And if either team's going to have a solid season, they're going to have to shoot a lot better because, yeah, one thing is to play solid defense, but a lot of these shots that have been missed are uncontested for the outside, and that's how you spread out the floor and make it difficult on opposing defenses hitting some outside shots, which hasn't happened tonight. The Rams have 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, both 3s. The Bay Diggers have 3 field goals in the fourth quarter, all 2s. It's Kerr, Rule, Keller, Odell, and Thomas for Brush. Sydney Odell to throw it in. Pressured over there by Lindsey Christensen. Odell can run the floor. She can run the floor off the timeout. A baseball pass is going to be off the feet of Kaylee Traxler, out of bounds into the Akron bench. Yeah, that was just a prayer. A second and a half went off the clock. Odell to throw it in again. Now she cannot run the floor. Now you got to stay planted. Odell looking. Lobs it into the front court to Thomas. Foul from behind by Chapin. 10.5 seconds to go. That's the 18th foul. Chapin with her 3rd personal. So 1-1. Thomas has 4 points tonight. Here comes the free throw attempted by the senior. That's up and off the back of the rim. The rebound is controlled by Christensen. That's her 12th. There's 8 seconds to go. Ramey a long three. Hits the bottom of the glass with 3 seconds to go. And the ball is loose on the floor in a tie-up with half a second to go. Possession arrow brush, and that'll be the game. Yeah, no reason for Akron to even commit a foul here with half a second to go. Just throw it in. Yeah, I mean, you got to tell your players to back off. I mean, you're not winning a game with half a second to go. Just throw it in anywhere. Odo's going to lob it in the backcourt, and Ramey committed a foul, but it was after the whistle. Again, no reason for that. And the Bead Diggers win the game 33-29 with a strong second half. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll wrap up game one of this doubleheader after this. Brush 33, Akron 29 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.